Une longue descente, 20 mètres de profondeur, pas de cordage, pas de ventilation, aucune structure pour soutenir la roche. Mais Jospin a 25 ans, 5 enfants et pas vraiment le choix.
Si on avait des emplois ici un peu en RDC, on ne pourrait pas entrer ici. C'est par manque d'emploi, pour un peu se nourrir.
Et là, il réussit à extraire d'autres mineurs qui étaient restés coincés. Alors tout ça sous les encouragements et les acclamations de la foule. Ouais, c'est fou qui assiste à la scène. Il y a 9 hommes qui étaient restés coincés dans cette mine d'or qui s'est effondrée suite à d'importantes pluies. Et ils sont tous sortis complètement indemnes, en très bonne santé. Donc effectivement, c'est un véritable miracle.
Footage of eastern Congolese mines showing the dire conditions of workers grappling with the risk of landslides or collapses have often surfaced in recent years, sparking outrage and bringing some attention to the long-standing and ongoing humanitarian crisis in the North Kivu region. By now, many of you may have heard of coltan, cobalt, or even cassiterite, which are part of a long list of natural deposits that the DRC possesses in high quantity and that the rest of the world so desperately covets. But there are so many layers to the conflicts at play in the region and how intricate solving the issue of mining appears to be. On this new episode of Beyond the Noise, we break down the issue by telling you as much as possible about what's going on in North Kivu. Now, you all know how this goes. Before we get into this topic, don't forget to subscribe to our channel on YouTube, that's Beyond the Noise Africa, and turn on your notification bell for more stories like these. Let's begin with a little geography lesson that is essential to this issue. This is the Democratic Republic of Congo. It borders Uganda to the east and Rwanda to the south. Within it, in the eastern part of the country, is a province known as North Kivu, with the capital city of Goma. North Kivu is located on the western branch of the East African Rift System, a geological region known for its rich mineral deposits. This makes it one of the richest regions in the world in terms of minerals. It's mainly known for its vast deposits of 3TG, in other words, tin or cassiterite, tungsten or wolframite, tantalum or coltan, and gold. These minerals are essential for the modern technology-forward world that we live in due to their widespread use in various industries. Tin or cassiterite is used in the production of electronics, in soldering, in plating to prevent corrosion. Tungsten or wolframite is used in the production of hard materials like steel and other alloys needed for light bulbs, while tantalum, also known as coltan, is essential to building electronics like mobile phones, your laptops, or your cameras. And for gold, well, it's been a staple mineral for centuries that we wear in our jewelry, for example, but also used in electronics and as a standard for monetary exchange in many countries. I could go on with a list of resources, as Kivu has also deposits of diamonds, copper, cobalt, and oil. According to the DRC Country Commercial Guide, in 2020, the nation was the world's largest cobalt miner with a production of 95,000 tons, or nearly 41% of the world's cobalt, and the sixth largest producer of industrial diamonds in 2020 with a production of 3.7 million carats. Now, you're probably wondering when these minerals were first discovered. Well, studies show that mineral production and exploitation in the DRC dates back to the pre-colonial era. It was more artisanal then. However, significant discoveries and exploitation of the 3TG minerals have been more recent, starting from the late 20th to the early 21st century. That's when the real scramble began. As for today, well, pretty much every nation in the world uses them directly or indirectly by being a producer or consumer. The 3TG in particular are highly demanded globally. While the mineral wealth of North Kivu has the potential to bring economic prosperity to the country, it often has been synonymous with conflict and exploitation instead. This region has been plagued by armed conflict, with various groups vying for control over the lucrative mineral trade. As a result, the region is an ungovernable arena of contest among its direct neighbors, the DRC and Rwanda. The latest iteration of the trouble started in November 2021, when the military group known as the March 23 Movement, or M23, attacked the Congolese army in North Kivu. The M23 offensive reignited the crisis, whose root causes were not addressed in the first place. The M23 is mainly comprised of Congolese Tutsis and is part of a long line of Congolese rebel groups with close ties to Rwanda. They go back to 1994, when the genocide in Rwanda triggered an exodus of 2 million refugees in neighboring countries, most of them to former Zaire, now the DRC. Rwanda and Uganda helped oust Zaire's president, Mobutu Sese Seko, by supporting Laurent Kabila during the First Congo War. Fast forward to today, and diplomatic approaches and communication lines between the two neighbors have been completely cut off. As for international involvement, well, you can sum it up to the UN and other international bodies who have supported the DRC's accusations against Rwanda. Recent investigations by the United Nations group of experts on Congo, as well as Human Rights Watch, have claimed that Rwanda is not only given logistical support to the M23, but that Rwandan troops are reinforcing and fighting alongside the armed group inside Congo. But to this day, the Rwandan government has denied supporting the M23 rebels. Although the M23 rebellion is treated by some as the main source of violence in the east of Congo, there are many other factions responsible for gruesome massacres that have recently taken place. The United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees says at least 800,000 people have been forced to flee the fighting in North Kivu in the past 12 months. Many are living in refugee camps in other parts of the DRC and in neighboring countries. There have also been reports, countless reports, of human rights abuses, including forced labor, child labor, and gender-based violence in the region. But this does not negate the need for greater awareness on the ongoing humanitarian crisis in the area and trying to unpick the other complex dynamics at play. And unlike what some sensationalist content on the internet will have you believe, throwing away your phone or even your laptop is not an impactful solution to end this crisis. Holding all governments, corporations, and other stakeholders accountable for the human rights violations that are happening there might, however, be the first step. And in order to do this, we all need to be paying more attention and asking the right questions.